Hi, this is Emily Zlanian with TVinsider.com, and I'm here virtually with Nick Frost and Samson Kayo of Prime Video's upcoming supernatural comedy, Truth Seekers. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Now, Nick, to start, this is a project that you wrote alongside your longtime partner, Simon Pegg, as well as Nat Saunders and James Serafinowicz.
Yeah.
What inspired you guys to bring this like crazy world of ghost hunting and conspiracies and Armageddon to life?
Well, I think it's a genre that we've always loved as a group. I've loved horror since I was like a kid. And we're all funny idiots, so it just seemed easy to combine one with the other. I think, and also in the way society is now, it literally couldn't have worked out better for Truth Seekers in terms of the awful backdrop in which we found ourselves. People are actually setting fire to 5G masts because they believe it's spreading a disease, and it's like we literally couldn't have written that. It's fantastic. It's awful that the planet is the way it is, but from a very selfish point of view, it's great.
Awesome. And I know that you have a long love of horror. That also goes very far back. I read that you used to kind of hang out in graveyards with Simon Pegg.
Yeah. Listen, we were lonely single men, and it just seemed like, I like the sensation of being afraid and laughing so much that you need to do a wee. I think once we drove 3 hours to a Saxon church. We got there about 10 o'clock at night, and we tried the door and it was locked, and we just said, "Oh, let's go home then." And then we just turned around and drove back 3 hours. It was pointless.
I mean, that's amateur ghost hunting, though. It's a lot of trial and error.
Well, it is. It's not all ghosts. Sometimes it's that,
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, now with your character Gus, he is an experienced ghost hunter in that he has a very long-running YouTube series, essentially. But I get the feeling that he's never actually really seen a ghost. And then we get Elton, who is his kind of coworker who's unwittingly thrown into this world of ghost hunting alongside Gus. What can you each tell me about this kind of makeshift partnership that arises?
Well, Gus is very much a lone wolf. He doesn't work well with others. He doesn't really want a partner at first, and then he's put together with Samson, who unwittingly, you find this out later on, is a portal to the other side. So he actually attracts ghosts. And then I feel like I'm pitching heart to heart that when those two met, it was murder. And one of them is running away from something. One of them wants an answer, to a question that Elton can answer. You know what I mean?
There's an unlikely bond between the two because obviously Elton just wants to live a normal life. So he's trying to suppress all of his emotions and forget about his past without really understanding that his past will continue to follow him. And he has to, at some point, address the issue. And I feel like, for Elton, Gus is the kind of essentially the person to bring that out, to allow him to feel safe in exploring what is after him.
Awesome. Now, you guys got to go to some kind of creepy abandoned hospitals and all sorts of weird places to shoot the show. What stands out to you as like the scariest place that you shot?
The school for the deaf kids.
A big old abandoned school for deaf children was kind of,
Oof.
That was just kind of left. And under it was just a maze of cellars and weird, I guess originally they would have been used for storing or keeping meat cool, but just white slabs everywhere and little ladders going up and stuff. And that was kind of creepy. An old hospital we shot in is always, I don't like a lot of people have died there, you know what I mean? I'm never sure if like maybe there's a bit of cancer hanging around that I can catch, or You know, maybe there's like, maybe are there X-rays left? Did they take all the X-rays out? Am I being bombarded with gamma rays right now? You know what I mean? So I'm not. I don't like old hospitals. They're really weird to me.
But then Nick would still wander around. Nick would wander through every room with a little torch and just be like, "Ooh, what's in here?" And be like, "Yep, someone's died here. Someone's died." And I'd be like, "Bro, just stay here." Like, I can't.
Stop wandering off.
I wasn't exploring. No, I'm cool.
So would you say that you guys kind of mirror your characters in that way? Like Nick, you're a little bit more adventurous with ghosts, and Samson, you're maybe a little more trepidatious.
Yeah, it took me a minute to go in that hospital once we got there. I was like, no way.
You're often a little bit afraid, weren't you?
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Sorry. Just here to do my lines.
Well, you got through it. Now this show is dropping the day before Halloween. Do either of you have any Halloween traditions?
I usually go to like little Halloween parties and do the old costume thing. I remember when we were younger, we used to go trick or treating, and there was a point where we'd go trick or treating and get like, you know, sweets and all of that sort of stuff. And then this one guy, this Indian man, he gave us like £10 each. And then from that moment on, everywhere we knocked, if they didn't give us money, it was like a treat. It was so we started to become greedy. But I started to, as I got older, I started to like dress up in costume. And I think, what did I do last year? I think I dressed up as Bane from Batman. That was pretty cool.
Traditionally, we burn a white dog on an old woman. It's something my people have done for generations.
Naturally. Now, thank you guys so much. I think I'm all out of time here. Everyone go watch.
Please don't go.
Everyone go check out Truth Seekers. All 8 episodes drop on Prime Video on October 30th. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.